I started this project about 20 years ago in my own personal quest to bring us closer to nature and improve that relationship that we have with it. The project itself is called La Maestra, the teacher, so that we can experience what we're learning as we're replanting a cattle farm and what is happening. You need forest engineers in place to actually understand what's happening with the land, study the soils, make tests, understand what species in the area before the cattle farm was being used. And that is why we decided to call this project La Maestra. What is it that we're learning as we're building the forest? How is La Maestra changing us as we learn and grow? Another lesson that we started learning as we were building La Maestra, the project itself, is we have to start building tree nurseries according to the list of species that our forest engineers recommended that we should have. So that we then understood is like, should we do it ourselves, or how can we involve the community in order for them to grow the trees in their nurseries, and we create jobs to the community. We actually have local people from the community that are growing the trees in their homes, and everything is supervised by our lead forest engineer, Patricia, that is taking care of the species, making sure that everything is grown properly, and then they're transported to the farm once they're ready for reforestation during the time that is the rainy season. The third lesson that we learned here is once the trees are ready to transplant into the farm, we need to hire a local team to actually plant the trees and prepare the farm for it. And here, we also hire people from the local community so that they can have an extra income and help us, give us an opportunity as well to educate them about reforestation, conservation. The next lesson that we have learned is, okay, once that is done, then we have to take care of the trees for a very long time, very frequently, because they have to grow. And then the next thing that happens is our forest engineer, every 6 months, is going always to the farm to make sure that everything is in place. And once a year, she files a report, very detailed report on what is happening within that year of reforestation, how are the species growing, what is happening there, size of growth. And that helps us actually revise how to improve for the next area that we're going to plant and make decisions as we learn how a forest is being rebuilt again. Another lesson that we learned is collaboration. And we have been locally working with the local community, local universities here that have been helping us with their students, bringing them into the farm so that they can actually learn, contribute on a yearly basis with their own projects. We have been working with local associations that are experts in reforestation, the local forest engineers, and as well, we need a lot of help from people outside that are willing to be part of the project. And here, the reason why we're doing this, as we learn, is once the forest is done and we finish the whole first area that we're doing of 114 acres, is where we start to play, right? And here's like, okay, what would nature and music look like? What's really happening with nature as animals are growing? We are able now, once we're in the farm, we're able to see the birds that are already migrating. They weren't there before. And we are all learning about that. So it's like, how can we record this and bring that to the world? And that's my own personal mission, is how do we improve our relationship with nature? And I know it takes a very long time. I have been personally discovering that, and now we're sharing this with the world.